You want your website to convert, it's got to be functional. You want them to get to the result within 3 clicks. It's got to be responsive across devices. Now, what do we mean when we say responsive? The number one thing that's going to make your website convert is to make sure your content is targeted towards the audience. Making it conversational is a really great thing. You really have to have clear call to actions. I like to give people maybe 2, at most 3 outcomes that you want to generate from a website. One might be, welcome to the Marketing Factory, where we don't blend in. I'm Marissa Candy, founder and award-winning marketer. And for over 2 decades, I've helped businesses think differently about their marketing and achieve powerful results. In this podcast, I'll share proven strategies so that you can create profitable marketing campaigns that drive real impact for your business. Ready to turn clarity into action? Let's get started. Hey, welcome to the Marketing Factory podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Candy, and this week we are talking about the topic of why your website won't convert without these 3 things. Now, let's just start with this caveat. There's probably more than 3 things that go into creating a great website, but today we are going to talk about these 3. So, picture this. Someone's landed on your website. Yippee! Hooray! The crowd goes wild. The confetti cannons are alight. What happens now? Now, this is a really interesting thing. Someone's landed on your website. How do they get there? Normally, they've come there because they've seen an ad on your social media, or maybe you had your website printed on the back of your car. How we treat people that land on our website is a really interesting thing. And the scenario I like to give is this. The homepage of your website is like when you open the door to a stranger. Someone knocks on your door, knock, 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 and you open it and you go, "Hi, how are you? How's your day? How can I help you?" Okay. Someone landing on your website is you opening the door and saying hi. So, scenario, back to the door. Someone knocks on your door. "John, hi, John here. I've been sent, someone told me up the road that there's a JP that lives here. I'm just looking to get some documents signed." So what happens? You go, oh, thanks, John, for that. Yeah, you know what? I am actually a JP, and I can sign those documents for you. Would you like to come inside? And we'll, if you brought the documents with you, let's do this now. People forget that visitors to your website, people forget that they're strangers. They're potentially seeing you for the first time, and your homepage is a place where they commonly land because that's where we direct a lot of traffic to, or where they're going to learn more about you. Unless you've got sales pages going on that you're directing them just to that sales page. But even if you are doing that, remember this, that visitors to your website are strangers. So then why do we think that we have to start shouting at them or selling to them when they've just landed on our website? Remember, we got to focus on the outcome, that websites are a part of your marketing, and you need to think about what outcome you want that to be from your website. Sometimes when I view websites and homepages, I don't know where to look. They're shouting at me, we do this, check out these awards, oh my God, we're amazing. There's a video, upon another category, and upon another service. I don't know where to look or what you want me to do, mate. So we've got to stop shouting. Because when John knocked on the door with his documents looking for a JP, did you then go, "Oh my God, I'm such a great JP. Thanks for coming here. I've got 5 years experience. You've got a background history with the Rotary Club. And you know what? I've actually won some awards for 10-pin bowling. You want to come in and see him, John?" And he's like, "No, mate, I'm just here to get my documents signed." So why, if we don't do that when someone knocks on our door, when they visit our home, why do we do it on our website? So the number one thing that's going to make your website convert is to make sure your content is targeted towards the audience. Making it conversational is a really great thing. Now, don't do it now if you're driving, but maybe do it later. If you're not driving, check it out. And be honest. Look, listen, I want you to be honest. Go and have a look at your website and tell me, is your website just shouting all your features, benefits, awards? Is it talking a lot about you? Or is it painting a picture for the audience, for the viewer, for the stranger about what their life could be like if they engaged you. Just quickly, if you're a business owner struggling to see results from your marketing, or you're overwhelmed by the thought of marketing your business, we can help. Book in a call with my team using the link in the show notes, and let's get your brand thriving without the struggle. Now, back to the episode. This is a really tough thing. It's a really interesting analyzation of your own content. Then go and do it to others. See which ones are shouting the benefits at you as a viewer, and the others that are engaging you in conversation. There's all these other great tools that we can have on the website to keep you there and keep you engaged, because we know the longer that someone dwells on a website, which means spends time on your website, the higher chance they have of actually converting. Now, converting means whatever you want that outcome to be. The conversion, we'll talk about that actually later. So number one, is your content geared towards the audience, or is it just a big sell for you? Number two, great website design has to follow. You want your website to convert, it's got to be functional. Again, it's got to be for the audience. It's got to be for them. You want them to get to the result within 3 clicks. It's got to be responsive across devices. Now, what do we mean when we say responsive? You know, does it need like a chatbot or something in there? No, that's not what we're talking about. Being responsive across devices means the website will adjust according to the device that the user is using to view your website. Now, your website should look great on a laptop, on an iPad, on the most important thing that most websites are being viewed on is mobile phone. If your website is not optimized for mobile phone, then that is the number one place that you should focus your attention on your website. What do we mean, and how can we test that? If you have to scroll left or right when you're viewing a website on your mobile phone, it means it's possibly not responsive. If you've got to zoom in or out, it's possibly not responsive. If your images in your dynamic header bar, like above the fold, the first part that you see on your website, isn't actually adjusting to the left and right width of the device, it possibly means it's not responsive. This all affects your ranking and ultimately your conversions on your website. And number 3, you really have to have clear call to actions. Now, just like the stranger that we meet, they don't know what to do next a lot of the time. We need to tell them what the outcome is after visiting the website, and to be clear. Give them too many options and people will do none. So we always talk about clarity creates action. I like to give people maybe 2, at most 3 outcomes that you want to generate from a website. One might be inquire for more information. There might be something missing that they need to actually determine whether they want to engage in the next call to action with you. So there might be an inquiry form that you have there. The next call to action you want to be, and this is the biggest one, if you can get this happening from your website, it's normally a really good conversion, and that's to book a strategy call. Booking strategy calls are really great ways to convert a viewer into a potential customer. Unless your website is set up to sell online, like a product that you can actually buy, like an e-commerce, that's different again, because your call to action is going to be buy this product, buy this category, and making sure that your categories are really well defined and presented to what the user wants, not stuck away and hidden the products here and there in folders that you think make sense, but what the user wants. Clear call to actions. If I had to ask you this, okay, right now, if I had to ask you one thing, if your website could only do one thing, if anyone that visited your website could only do one thing, what would you want that one thing to be? For you then to be happy. Would it be book a call? Would it be call us? Would it be fill out an inquiry form? Will it be watch a video? Would it be attend a webinar? One thing. If you chose one thing that you wanted your website to do as the next step for that viewer and focused all your energy and attention and content on all of that, imagine what that outcome could be. Instead of having so many tens of thousands or hundreds or whatever number of visitors, focus on turning those visitors into making an action. And that can be done by following these three things. And just to recap, content designed for the audience, not just a big poster about you. Back it up with some great design that's responsive across all devices and have clear call to actions. I tell you this, if you follow those three guides, then you'll be on your road to massive success by making conversions on your website. To make sure that you keep on track, we would like to give you something. So if you would like a free website audit from our team, all you need to do is click the link below, check the notes, and we will actually be able to review your website for you. What will that include? Well, we're going to have a look at the content, we're going to have a look at the design, and we're going to come back to you with what our recommendation might be for you to improve the conversions on your website. And of course, ultimately, if you would like to have your website rebuilt, we would love to be that agency that does that for you. Because here at The Marketing Factory, we're multi-award winning design and strategic marketers that can make sure that your content online performs well. Thanks for tuning into The Marketing Factory. If today's episode helped bring clarity to your marketing strategy, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. Stay connected with us on the socials at The Marketing Factory or at The Marketing Factory AUS, and let's keep turning clarity into action.